All right, so let's take a look at this problem here. You know, we're solving for x. We want to end up with x equals something, right? The problem is we've got x on both sides of the equations. So in order to, fix our problem, what we need to do is have x on only one side of the equation. And typically that's going to be on the left side. So I would say as a rule to follow for yourself is always isolate x on the left side. We could have x on the right side, but as a practice, let's keep it on the left-hand side. So we need to undo subtracting the x here. If that was any number, say if it was 5, if I'm subtracting 5, how do I undo subtracting 5? I'm going to add 5, right? So how do I undo subtracting a number x? Well, we're going to add that same x, whatever the number is. That's going to undo it. And then to balance, I have to also add x to the other side of the equation. Okay. So what I've done here, I have 6x now, because I added 1x to 5x, equals 30, and then this becomes 0. I don't need to say plus 0. Okay. Now it's just a simple one-step equation. I need to undo the multiplication, so I'm going to use division for that. So I'm going to divide by 6 and do the same to the other side so that it's balanced. So I end up with x is equal to 5. Now, how do I know that 5 is actually the right answer? I can check that. Some people will try to solve problems by just guessing the answer and then checking it many, many times. It's not a very good strategy. It can be very inefficient and take a long time. But it is a great way to check your answer. So let's go ahead and check. We're going to do that. Check the answer. And how do I do that? I'm going to take my original equation. I'm going to substitute 5 in for x. Really, that's what we know that x is equal to 5. So, or we think it is. We're going to check it. So 5 times x. And if I have a bracket, a number by a bracket means to multiply. I don't have to put the times symbol. X we said is 5, or we're checking to see if it's 5, just to make sure. 30 minus, and again, x, we're going to substitute 5 in for that. So let's check it. So 5 times 5 is 25. Is that equal to 30 minus 5? 25 is equal to 25. Is that true? Yes, it works out. So 5 does work. So we're going to say 5 is the solution. So 1c is very similar to this. So when you do number 1c, okay, try to follow the same kind of pattern that I did.